Hello everyone, in this video we will be taking a look to the solutions for the last 3 levels in the Flexbox Defense game. This game was basically created in order to let you practice all your CSS Flexbox knowledge. So if you want to practice some easier levels, I invite you to take a look to the other 9 levels, which are simpler ones. But I want to share with you the logic of the last 3 that are probably the 3 more difficult. So let's start. So basically we have here 2 containers, towers group 1 and towers group 2. What we want to do is distribute our towers around the map or the container to ensure we can get the better results. So for that, as you can see, we have a space in the edges. So what do you think if we use here a justified content with the value spaced around? And this is what we got. As this tower basically have the ability to do some fires to all the directions in the same time, it will be better if we change the position between the tower 2 and the tower 3. For that we can use the order property. So let's do it. So basically, in order to do that change between the tower 2 and tower 3, what we need to do is to apply to the tower 2 an order value bigger than the default value, which is 0. So if we apply an order equal to 1, it should do the trick, as you can see. So here we have basically the same situation. So let's take a look. Let's apply in the container the same value for justified content spaced around. As you can see, probably the positioning will be the same. And in this case, what we want to do is to change the order between the tower 2 and now with the tower 1. It's the inverse as in the first example. So for this, what we need to do is the inverse. Basically, if the default value is 0 for order, if we apply a smaller value, for example -1 to this specific element, it should do the trick, as you can see here. So let's see if we got our perfect results and perfect punctuation for this level. Yep. As you can see, we are getting our the better results whenever we positioning the towers that have the ability to shoot in all the directions if we change the order of those specific elements. And this is how you can get a perfect punctuation in this specific level. So let's wait until it finishes and confirm that we get the perfect punctuation, and after that let's move directly to the level 11. Great, we scored the 100 points, so let's go to the next wave. So in this one, basically what they asking to us is to align vertically and horizontally all the elements in the best position to get the better results that we can. As you can see in this one, as different from the previous level, we don't have spacing between the edges for the position that we need to use here. So instead of using justify content spaced around, let's use justified content spaced between, and that will do the trick. Here what we also need to do is to position this element at the bottom of the container and also this element. For that, we can use the align self property, which basically works similarly of how it's working align items, but in this case align self only applied to one specific item of the container and not to all of them. So for that, you can go directly, let's say, to tower 3 and apply the align self property with flexed end value. Let's copy it, as we will need to do the same in the first tower, and let's see our results. Yep, as you can see here, with the position of each one of those elements, we can get advantage of that, and we will get probably the best results as we can in this level. So after this one is finished, let's jump directly to the last level, which is probably the hardest one. So let's wait. As you can see, just one more, and we did it, 100 points. So let's go to the last level. In this one, we need to apply all of knowledge and all the properties that we already know for the positioning of all the elements in the best positions. So for that, first, what we will be doing is change the flex direction for the items. So we can do it in the following way: flex direction property. And here, as you probably already know, we have some specific values for that. Let's use, in this case, the column, sorry for the typo, column value. Great. So what do you think if now we use a justified content space between? We will be using a space between. As you can see, we will need to, for example, positioning the last element right in the bottom here. So for that, we won't be applying any spaces for the edges of the container. So great. Now that we have this position, we will need to have also into consideration that probably we need to take advantage of those specific towers that do some fire to all the directions at the same time. So what we want to do is to change the position probably of the tower number 4 with the tower number 3. For that, what we will be doing is to apply an order, let's say 1 to the tower number 3. In this way, we will move that one directly to the end. So let's apply it also for the tower number 5. We can apply something like an order, I don't know, bigger than 1, so it will be at the last. Let's take a look. Yep. Here, as you can notice, we already distributed our elements at least in the proper order. So just use right now the align self property to ensure that we position each one of those elements in the position that we get better results. The tower number 1 is in the right position. What do you think if we apply this one to the center? So let's move align self center. Let's see. This one, which is the number 3, let's also move it to the center. Then number 4, let's move it also to the center here of the space. And in the last one, let's move it to the flexed end position, so it goes directly to the end of the container. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I think I applied this to the wrong one. So let's just go back here. Let's copy this one, and the one we need to apply is to the number 5. Good. So let's see. As you can see here, we got the best results from the first element, and whenever all the enemies go directly to the middle, we will take advantage of the position of all the other three elements. And probably the last one will be the one in charge to kill those elements that escape alive from the other ones. So let's take a look to the final results. Yep, almost done, and we will get the perfect points. So congratulations, you scored 100 points. I want to tell you that in order you to keep practicing and learning justified positioning and Flexbox properties, it is a great opportunity for you to keep growing and keep playing these kind of games and keep practicing and take a look to new courses, as Flexbox is probably one of the most layouts methods used out of the market. And if you are a front-end developer, you probably will need to know how to use Flexbox in your styles. So if you're interested in learn more about the Flexbox properties, I will be sharing with you directly in the description of this video a course that I created in Udemy, which is basically teaching you all the basics related to CSS Flexbox, and there you also will be able to take a look to each one of the properties in the Flex containers and the properties related to the Flex items too. And there I will be explaining to you all the possible values for those properties and how you can use it to ensure to have the final layout that you are expecting. Also, in the same course, we will be taking a look to another game similar to this one, where we will be practicing all knowledge and we will be taking a look to the solutions together. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any question, please let me know, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.